Hello, and welcome everybody. It's the 1st of June. Can you believe it? The beginning of a new month, and we've got lots of lovely things to share with you. I'm going to talk about how to support hay fever, particularly with Jules, and then we've got a beautiful blend. It was also known as Immortal, the anti-aging blend, and it's a real special treat for us to be able to share that. We've got lots of lovely testimonials, and we'll be using some expertise, what we've got here, and experiences of how people use it. A really special one to get hold of this month. And then some perfume making. If you've got a few oils, then it may be a good time to use them to make some pure fumes. So without further ado, we're going to pass on to the lovely Jules, who's going to talk about acupuncture and hay fever. I'll just try and unmute you, Jules. Or
Can you all see that one?
yes.
Lovely. Unfortunately for some of us, sorry, unfortunately for some of us, it is that snuffly season, um, hay fever. So what have we got? We've got some amazing tools actually that we can use to support us. We have the antihistamine blend, which is peppermint, lavender, and lemon. It can be used topically, internally, and also in your diffuser. So amazing as well if that's not quite cutting it, to add tea tree to that blend as well to really enhance it. But um if you're out and about and you need support, then it is available as well from doTERRA's Triese. So those three oils in capsule form already made up for you. Alongside those, we can use the air blend as well, which is anti-mucosal, antihistamine, and opens the airways. So if we're feeling snuffly, then those three are really, really good. So that's like our first aid box really for hay fever. But long term, and this is what I've used. I've been a chronic hay fever sufferer for most of my life. And prior to doTERRA, I was using something natural, but I was having to carry it around with me and use it quite a few times through the day. And my hay fever would start in March and goes right through to October. So it was really quite inconvenient. What I discovered was I used PB Restore, so the probiotic formula, that the one prior to this actually, and because probiotics actually help us with our histamine response. So I took that 2 years ago. I took that just through one summer. In fact, I was frightened to stop because I knew my hay fever was fine. I knew it dissipated. So I took it all through that summer, and then now I just periodically top myself up, because if we can keep that microbiome balanced, then it's amazing what that can do then to help with allergies. So we have the PB Restore, but also to keep our enzymes in balance as well with Terrazyme. And then we have PB Assist as well, which is more really gut related. The PB Restore helps with our whole body's microbiome. But this is something that I've found recently. Let me go on to the next slide. So I've recently done some training with an acupuncturist called Diane Del Reyes, and she's a very experienced acupuncturist, but she's had great success in replacing needles with essential oils. And there is a point that can be used for sinus problems, for congestion, for hay fever and allergies. That's this point. like under the sides of the nostrils, that's called liver 20 or Li 20, otherwise known as happy fragrance, which I think is very, very cute. So the suggested oils for this would be eucalyptus, peppermint, rosemary, or air. And what you would do is you would get the oil, put it onto one fingertip, rub it into the other, and then hold it in place. You don't need to press because this is an acupuncture point rather than an acupressure point, and hold it for 1 to 3 minutes. I've put 3 minutes because if you're a hay fever sufferer and you're wanting relief, then I would say, hold it for the maximum time. So hold it for 3 minutes. Now, over the weekend, funnily enough, I did have some sneezing and I used the antihistamine blend on Saturday. Had to just take it twice, and it was absolutely fine. And then yesterday, I thought I'm not going to use the blend. I'm going to use this point, and I used peppermint from a roller. So you can, she says, you can use neat oil, or if you choose to, you can use it diluted as most of us do with fractionated coconut oil. And I used peppermint on that point, on that liver 20 point, and I had to do it twice through the day. And my sneezing went completely. So it's really exciting that we can use different things to support ourselves. So I would definitely recommend this, and it's not inconvenient. It's 3 minutes. So I would definitely recommend using that one as well. Because I've done this training with Diane. Amazing. She's an amazing lady. If anybody ever wants to take any of her courses, she's done quite a few, but I did the full Acu Oil course, and yeah, yeah, incredibly experienced and really very, very knowledgeable. Not just with on the acupuncture points, but also with oils themselves. So yes, so make use of that as well. So I'm going to bring each month maybe a different acupuncture point that we can use for different things. But for this one, because it tied in so nicely with this time of year, then this is the one that we can use for our hay fever support. Yeah, so that's me. Thank you.
That was amazing, Jules. Thank you for those tips. And we're really looking forward to Acupuncture Corner every month. A different body part every month. Thank you so much. That's so useful. So definitely going to give that a go for those people that are struggling, and I'll definitely advise. Yeah, could do with that picture if you don't mind sharing it, please.
Yes, yes, I will.
That'll be
Yes, I
lovely.
can
Thank
share
you.
that.
Thanks so
It is
much.
one of Diane's pictures, so
Yeah.
yeah, I
Okay.
could share
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, just privately we'll do that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to our highlighted oil blend of the month.
Sure.
And while we do that, I'd also like you to share in the chat if you have used this blend and how you use it, just so we can help each other. I'd also like, once Deborah spoke, if any of you want to just share how you use it, it'll be really useful. We want to get the most out of it. But we'll pass on to Deborah now, who's got lots to share with us. Over to you.
Grand, I'll just bear with me. Oh dear. Okay, can we see that? Grand. So we've got Salubel. This is a limited time offer for the month of June only. And if any of us spend 200 PV, we're going to get this exquisite blend of 6 beautiful oils for absolutely free. And it is like a synergistic delight of oils. And bear with me. What's inside? So we have the beautiful Queen of Oils, rose, and then we've got the King of Oils, frankincense. We have myrrh, we have sandalwood, helichrysum, and lavender. So if you think about the 5, apart from lavender, you've got some of the most rarest, most expensive, exquisite oils doTERRA have available to us. And if we were to buy those all by themselves, we'd be spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds wholesale. So to have more of this in this one beautiful blend, along with lavender, which we know is just the most lovely, calming, soothing oil. So as I say, combined, we've got the most amazing synergistic blend for everything we can imagine. So if we think about the books we have, even if we just looked under rose or frankincense, there's so many things that can help us with. But for the skin, it is the most beautiful blend that we could possibly use. So what's it going to do for us? So it's going to support healthy looking radiant skin, and it's going to hopefully promote a natural glow. It's going to be soothing and nourishing for our skin. Also with these oils, just even popping it on our pulse points can be just really calming and relaxing and giving us a sense of peace. And most of us, if not all of us here, will every day will come across trials and tribulations and stress and anxiety. So to use this on our body on a daily basis is going to hopefully be the most amazing, beautiful blend. And just to get into like a daily care routine, and do we not deserve self-love and self-care? Because sometimes we might be the only people in our lives that are actually giving it to us. So to actually do this on a daily basis is going to be such a lovely thing. It's going to smell beautiful. I've actually just run out. I bought mine about 3 or 4 years ago and I popped it into different bottles and I've used it for the last several years. I kid you not. And I was listening to somebody the other day who said they would recommend popping into 5 different bottles. So can you imagine you could gift it to somebody? You're going to have, I've actually put one in my grab pack. I kid you not, because I think if I need anything, then you've got these amazing oils all in one blend. So powerful, amazing, and all for free with a 200 PV. So king of oils, queen of oils, and then all these added oils such as helichrysum, sandalwood, myrrh, and obviously the lavender. And it is quite exquisite. And imagine before the 15th, you were to buy this oil, you're going to get the free oil of the month as well. So you're going to get 2 fabulous oils for free just from purchasing things that we'd probably normally do on a month-to-month basis. So who's it available to? Well, all of us. So you could be a brand new person actually thinking, I'm on the fence. I really want to have an account. Do I, don't I? This is the time because you're going to get this for free, a free account as well. It's also for, even if we're not an LRP, we can benefit from it. So if we're just a wholesale amazing customer, we're going to benefit from that. Loyalty rewards, imagine once again, we're on an LRP, we've paid for our oils before the 15th. We're going to get this for free and the free oil of the month. And it is, I think it's an amazing offer. You're going to get an oil that you're going to use for years, and also you can even gift some as well. So it is amazing. And I can genuinely say this because I have used it for years and I've had skin issues over the years. And I have to say, it's something that I would go to on a general basis because it has exquisite oils in there. I think that's it. Yes.
Wonderful, Deborah. Thank you for sharing all those beautiful ingredients. It is a neat blend, and it's
It is indeed. It is.
it's
Yeah.
£112 retail, £84 wholesale. So
Yeah.
that's free.
It is honestly, it genuinely is the most fantastic offer. And even if you think every month you buy some on your LRP or even whenever, I feel like even if you do a lesser order next month, it's genuinely worth getting it this month because if you're running out of supplements or anything to stock up, now
It'll
is the
last,
time because
yeah,
yeah,
it
definitely.
will probably last a year, if not years.
Oh
Uh,
no, yeah,
yeah,
mine's lasted over 3 years, you
some
know.
people get 4 rollers and put a quarter in and top it with jojoba oil or fractionated coconut oil, whichever you prefer for your skin.
I actually did the 4, and then I heard Daniel recently say he knows people who've done 5, and I actually been
Right.
saying that to people today.
Yeah,
Do 5. Give
yeah,
them
that's
one.
well, you think that's like a 25% dilution if it's 4, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
And a much more economical way than buying all the oils
yeah,
individually.
yeah. And you can give it as a little gift to somebody.
I've done that.
Yeah.
Nice.
What I do, I'll move on to, we've got after there's Emma. I'd like Sammy to talk about how she uses that. Sally, well, if that's okay. Jules, and if you'd like to speak, if you just unmute each one, just a minute of how you use it. I put it into a little dropper bottle with some jojoba oil, and then I use it as a skin serum at night time. There we go. Okay, over to Emma.
Yeah, I love that, and that's a good idea. So about 3 years ago, I ended up having a biker's graze. I had a fall at the beach. We were camping, and I really hurt my leg and my arm, and I ended up having to go to A&E, and the doctor cleaned it all, and then she said to me, smother it with Vaseline for the next few days. So I went home and I thought, right, what would Vaseline do for it? And all of the things I went, oh, I've got better than that. And I went for my Correct X, which is just a little side point, really good one for it because of the oils that are in it. But what I noticed was after I'd finished it and it started to heal, I then started to use my Salubel. It had just arrived. So this is a few years ago now. And my Salubel arrived and I had diluted it into 4 bottles. And like Deborah said, since then I've heard it can go 5 or maybe even 6. So I'm thrilled with that tip. But I noticed that the healing was really quick. And when I went to the doctors after just to check things were fine, the doctor was really impressed that it had healed really, really well. And I have no scar, none at all. Nothing on my elbow, nothing on my leg, and it was a nasty one. So when I looked it up afterwards, I found out that on the iTovi Instagram, they share lots of different tips, don't they? And one of the things they mentioned was about old scars and new wounds and the oils that are really helpful for these to support them. And a lot of the oils are already in Salubel. So they are expensive oils usually if they're singular. So like the helichrysum, lavender, tea tree, frankincense, and myrrh. So it's the frankincense, myrrh, helichrysum, and they're all in the Salubel. So I'm thrilled with that. And like Deborah, I can absolutely attest to the fact that it can last for years. My first bottle lasted me 2.5 years, and that's including that incident. And I was using it like liberally, and I was using it on my face as well. And it can also reduce the your skin, like with freckles. It can calm down the skin as well, and just reduce like the redness and blemishes. So I think it's just brilliant, and I love it, and I still get it now.
Fabulous. Thank you, Emma. Who would like to go next? Sammy? Thank you.
Yeah, I've used it. I look a little bit dirty.
I would say you look very glowing.
Well, it's Salubel after burning myself over the camping weekend. So yeah, I put Salubel all over my face. If I was rich, I'd put it all over my body. But yeah, no, I used it for sunburn because of all the oils that are in it. So you've got the lavender would be my cheapest go-to for the sunburn. So I did use that all over my body. And I also burnt myself about 2 days ago. I had a blowtorch and I put it down, and when I went to grab it again, I wasn't looking, and I felt it melt my skin on my hand, and there's absolutely nothing. Like, can just see a tiny bit of pink. So again, Salubel. Lavender I went to first, just because it was the first one I could grab, because you have to act really fast when you burn. So I used lavender, wrapped some cling film around it until I could get into the bedroom and find my Salubel, and then put that on, put the cling film back on until I went to bed, and woke up the next day, no pain. You can't even see that I've been burnt. But had I not done any of that, that would have been still painful now, blistered, and yeah, a scar probably. So yeah, that's how I've used Salubel. I do 3 bottles with it.
Wow.
Yeah, because even though, so I use 3 bottles, but I also add castor oil to it.
Yeah.
And castor oil is quite a thick oil.
Mm.
But I use that mainly for my eyes. So I'll
Mm.
put that around my eyes and I'll put a little bit of cypress in it as well. So
Mm.
that's sort of, I'm working on my eyes mainly, but I can
Mm.
use that all over my skin. And you've got all your beauty oils in the Solubel. You've got the cypress, which is your fluid mover, so no puffiness at all. Um, and your castor oil. So if you've got anything in your eyes, like the start of cataracts or anything like that, it'll just help to break all that down. So I'd whip
Amazing.
all them in the bottle
Amazing.
every day.
Oh, that is a top tip. Yeah, top tip. Add cypress. I love it. So a bottle of cypress and a bottle of Solubel. Sammy, you're a very good advertisement for Solubel tonight. Your skin looks amazing. Thank you so much. Would anyone else like to share? Don't to put anyone on the spot, but just unmute if you want to. Otherwise, we shall move on. Oh, Anne. Yes, thank you, Anne.
I've learned so much. I have a bottle of Solubel that I got with points last year. I've been using it neat, but not all the time. So now, yeah, I've learned. I mean, it's lovely to use neat, but obviously I don't have to use it neat anymore. So I will be, I will be making up, and then I will have one with jojoba and one with castor oil, so that make sure I label them. That would be my mistake if I don't do that. Can I ask Sammy how many drops of cypress you would put in, please?
I do so whatever size bottle. So if it's a 10 ml, I do 10 drops. If it's 5 ml,
Okay,
I do 5 drops.
lovely. Thanking you. And just one other question. I know it's not question time, but sorry,
It's
seeing as I'm
fine.
unmuted. You didn't put your burn underwater first. You just went straight for lavender.
I did give it a quick rinse with cold water. Yeah.
Okay,
And then lavender, cling film, and then I
yeah,
found my Soluble.
super job. Thank you. I really feel, yeah, an amazing lesson. Thank you.
Oh, good. You're welcome. And Sarah loves the oil. She's just put a message on. She finds it quite luxurious, calming. It helps her sit not fidgeting. She sits still and not fidgeting at meetings. Also use it in a DIY face moisturizer. It is such a lovely, luxurious scent as well. I know some people have said it's, I can't remember what perfume, and I don't know if anyone can remember what perfume it is, but Becky Bowles was wearing it, and somebody said that just smells like this perfume that's like £150 a bottle, and I can't remember. We can't remember, can we, Jules, which one it was for the life of us. But yeah, when you think of the perfume on the market and what's what's in it, and obviously a lot of it's synthetic, and this is just like the best perfume you could ever have, isn't it? So you could use it neat if you want, and you can also make we can make it into a perfume, which I'll show you after as well. Sammy.
Sorry, I just remembered. All of the oils that are in Soluble are all the highest resonating oils. So that might not mean a lot to people who don't understand bioresonance, but the the higher the resonance of the oil, the more benefits you'll get from it, all round, like massively all round benefit. So if you don't know a lot about resonance, so things that are like pathogens, so you've got parasites, bacteria, fungus, things like that, they're all really low resonating, so they actually pull you down resonance wise. So these oils will help counteract that, even though they're not tackling the actual pathogens necessarily. They will benefit you. They will help you to your resonance to be elevated, shall we say?
Yeah, raise your vibe to get rid of the bad vibes. Yes, Emma.
And just a reminder, if you're in a different country, it might be also called Immortel. That's the US version, so it might be named a different one, but here,
Yeah.
Europe and UK is Saliba.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for that. If anyone else wants to share, please do so now, or I'll move on. You can always pop it in the chat if you want to as well. So I just wanted to share what's available. Somebody mentioned castor oil. I think it was Sammy. So we have, while stocks last, some castor oil. I'm just going to share my screen. There we go. Okay. Can you all see a screen that's got something on it?
Yes.
Can you see? Is it a perfume? Not a perfume. Oh, dear
It's
me.
the convention kit.
Convention kit. I don't know what I can see now. Sorry, it's this silly device that I'm using. I'm going to have to stop sharing. Can you still see anything?
No.
No. Okay, that's good, because that would have been scary. Right, it won't be a second. I'll just open it up again. Okay. Great. So share screen. There we are. Thank you for your patience. Okay. And just going to get that up. Right. Hopefully you can see that. Does it say June 2026?
Yes.
Brilliant. Right. So it's not really a slide. It's more of a message. So I'm just going to scroll down. So in your shop today, you will find, because it's the 1st of June and we've just had our convention in Poland, doTERRA, that available to us right now is this little convention kit, which has got the new doTERRA fibre and the Revitazen capsules and the oil itself. And for those that, I suppose there's a big plug always for enough protein in your diet, but I don't think a lot of us get enough fibre either, and people are always wanting to up the fibre intake. So this is one way of doing it, and by adding, and it's a lovely tasting drink as well. So if you're looking at adding fibre and you can't get enough with the food, you're almost checking, how much fibre is in such a thing to make sure that you're regular with your bowel movements and everything. So if you're struggling with that, then this would be a nice little set. And obviously the Revitazen is a gentle detox for our body systems, such as our liver and kidneys, similar to the endocrine. And we'll probably share more about that next time because it's brand new. And so that's available. And then we have a little QR code here with a summer reset, which has got 100 ideas, 10 weeks, and 1 routine, just to find a little, it's a little game of challenges that you can join into, like a board game, little self-care challenges. So that's something that you can scan that code there and join, or just Google the Great Summer Reset doTERRA and you'll find it that way. Okay, so product of the month, Deborah mentioned if you order before the 15th, the product of the month this month is citronella. So if you before the 15th did a 200 PV order, you would get citronella free, and also you would get the Salubel free. Citronella is available for LRP only, so it's a great one for just helping with pests and annoying flies and things that crawl outdoors when you're outside. If you're camping, if you're hiking, it's an ideal oil to have around to put in a spray bottle, or just add to your lotion and really help to ward off. If you're going for a nighttime walk, sometimes just all the fleas. So this is an ideal one to pop on. I put either the TerraShield or citronella in a little spray bottle, and I have it before I go back on my evening dog walk, and I just spritz myself so they don't attack me. So a great little hint. You could even just open the bottle and have it on your outdoor table at night time. You know, if you are eating outside, that's a good deterrent. So many ways for citronella. I'm sure I haven't covered it all, but if anyone's got any top tips, please pop it in the chat for us as well to use our citronella. A lovely, refreshing scent. And then we've also got 10% off DDR Prime. DDR Prime is our cellular renewal blend, and it's got all the oils there that help to sort out our cells, really help. We know we're made of cells, skin cells, all our cells, and our cellular integrity is so important as we get older, especially. So DDR Prime is a good one to use on a regular basis. We can use it internally in a capsule. We can roll it on our feet daily to help ward off things like oxidative stress, radiation, things that have effect on our cells all the time. You know, we go past a phone mast, you don't know what it's doing to your cells, do you? So DDR Prime is a great one to support your cells on a daily basis if you wish, topically on the spine or on the feet. And you can also use it internally if you wish to. Somebody's putting it in a drink, which is very brave, I would say, if you've tried it. But each to their own. Okay, so that's 10% off. And of course, we've got Celubel there, which anyone can qualify as well. Even if you don't have an account, it would give you the account automatically because it's such a lovely offer. Yeah, so that's the online convention kit available now. You get 315 grams of fibre, a 15 ml Revitazen, and 30 capsules to give that a go. So yeah, just a little bit about that. These are dual chamber, so obviously we're going to get more info from the convention of exactly what it does, but it's the Restart blend. So yeah, more to come on that. But yeah, it seems very much like an upgraded Zendocrine from what we're looking at here. And it says a plant-based solution to harsh, complex regimes to rid your body of waste. So a nice, gentle way to detox the body. Most Europeans don't meet their daily fibre requirements. Studies have shown we need diversity in our gut, approximately 30 different fruit or veg per week. And this is cellular fibre. It forms a gel-like matrix in the digestive tract, binding to bile acids and waste compounds, supporting their elimination through the gut. Without adequate fibre, waste compounds may be reabsorbed and recirculated. So a nice way to cleanse our gut on a regular basis, adding fibre. In there, we've got apple, tapioca, flaxseed, psyllium seed, husk, vitamin C, soluble and insoluble fibre, also a prebiotic blend, and it also aids fullness with a fresh citrus taste. So just a nice drink to have to keep you full. So that's it sounds really good. And we know with doTERRA, just the ingredients are always spot on, aren't they? They know exactly what they're doing. So that's wonderful. And the convention next year is in Lisbon for anyone who wants a little trip to Lisbon. So that's some of the offers for June. And oh, I forgot one thing, the castor oil. That was the last one after that. So the castor oil is available. It's a limited time. I'm just going to see if I can bring that up. We don't know how soon it's going to be out of stock, this castor oil. I think, Deborah, you were doing a bit of research on it, weren't you? Castor oil.
Bear with it. It might not work.
Share. I've got it. Oh, have you?
Oh, no, you go. You're a bit back
there. So yeah, the gold standard of oils. We know that we've always sort of advertised castor oil, but obviously other brands, and knowing that castor oil, that doTERRA have now been able to source it, is wonderful. So it's available, a 300 ml bottle, so quite a large bottle. And apparently it was going to sell out this morning, but it's still in stock as we speak. Don't know at the end of it if it will be. So if you want it, get it. And yeah, expected to sell out very quickly. We're hoping it's going to be a regular product to enjoy. And I just also wanted to say 2 more things. Very exciting. The little sun travel kit with the minis. So carry-on friendly for those that are taking hand luggage. You've got your Sun Face Mineral sunscreen in 50 gram or 50 mil. You've got the lip balm mini one, and you've got an after sun in 100 mil. So just reaching the liquid limit there. And it all comes in a travel bag. So that's really useful for taking away with you. And then we've also got the very, very rare jasmine. It's the neat jasmine. It's not available very, very often at all. And it's 2.5 milliliters, and it's a lot of money. But did you know it takes 60,000 blossoms of jasmine just to produce that one bottle? That's amazing, isn't it? If it's your favorite floral oil, then you might want to treat yourself. But yeah, just amazing. The king of flowers. There we go. So coming from Egypt there. So that's a very limited time, but it says it's long-term limited time offer. Just don't know what that means. Deborah, did you want to share? Have you got a graphic on the castor oil?
Bear with.
Miss graphic generator.
Well, yeah, not actually pulling up on screen though.
No.
Well, bear with me.
Shared mine.
Don't
worry if you can't. We can always share.
I don't think I'm going to be able to. Sadly, I don't, because I didn't put them onto Canva. I've got them.
Okay, no worries.
Sorry.
That's not a problem. Not a problem. Right. I will share our final segment of the Zoom before we open it up to questions. Feel free to put any questions in the chat, because we've got our experts that can reply straight away. So, right, just going to share that. So, talking about perfume making, and I wanted to start by looking at some of the perfume on the market that we have, that, you know, our famous perfumes. So we've got here, let me just present this at full screen. Can you all see that? Just somebody unmute and shout yes.
Yes.
Nice and big. Good. Right. Chanel No. 5, one of the world's most famous perfumes. And just wanted to break down what is in this, because in the perfume making industry, there's always a top note, a heart note, and a base note. And generally the top note is what you smell first, that initial scent, and then it goes to that middle note, and then it's maybe you smell it a few minutes later, the base note that lingers the longest, and often it's a woodier, earthy, rooty oil. So with Chanel No. 5, you've got the top notes of bergamot, lemon, heart notes of jasmine. I bet it's not as pure as ours. Rose, iris, ylang-ylang, and then base notes of sandalwood, vetiver, and vanilla. I bet you're all thinking, Salubel. We just need to add a bit of bergamot to the Salubel, maybe. So we can do a lot with that Salubel, because we've got a lot of the base heart notes. Maybe just add in a bit more of the top note just to balance it out. Or you can just use it as it is. Tom Ford Black Orchid. This is, again, top notes of jasmine, ylang-ylang, bergamot. So you got the citrusy floral, heart notes, black orchid. I know it's not essential oil, but obviously they use different scents from various bits of the plant and an animal, even with musk. And then you've got spice, black pepper, clove, cinnamon, patchouli, vanilla, balsam, and sandalwood as a base note. So I can share this afterwards, because it may be that you've got quite a collection of essential oils now, some of them limited edition. If anyone's got like balsam fir and things like that, perfect base notes to use and get using them in a beautiful that spray, and you know how much is perfume on the market. We've got it all on our shelves to make our own. One of my mum's favourite, this one, J'adore. This has got top notes of mandarin, lang lang, followed by rose, jasmine, iris again, musk, sandalwood, and vanilla. So yeah, just to sort of summarize, the head notes, the first sense you smell when you apply your perfume, they are light, they are refreshing, they're often citrusy, and they evaporate very, very quickly. That's why we need the other notes to balance it out. The core of the fragrance is the heart notes, and they come just after the top notes fade. They tend to be balanced, comforting, and long-lasting. And then they're followed by the base notes, the foundation of the fragrance. Base notes are very rich and they linger the longest on the skin. It is a science, isn't it? Creating scents. So we can just tap into that a little bit. I can send this after for anyone who wants to have a look, because generally you can just use whatever oils you prefer. If you're a bergamot person, you know, you've got your top notes, citrus or herbs. You can have some floral as well. And then you've got fruits and spices. And as you can see with the base note, it's generally woods, balsam, rooties like the vetiver. They're all the woody sort of fragrances. And patchouli is quite woody for a floral as well, isn't it? So that just gives you an idea of what to put into your perfume. And here's some more ideas. So top notes, choose citrus, herb, spice, or something green like lemongrass, neroli, thyme even. And then your middle note would be floral, herbal, spicy, or a combination. Then your base note would be woody, resiny, balsam, earthy, maybe a bit of sweet as well. Some of these have like the cocoa in the vanilla, adding that little sweetness at the end. And this is kind of how you would do it. So let's say you're using a 10 ml receptacle, whether it's a roll or a spray. So if you're using alcohol, then a 70 to 80% concentration of alcohol is ideal. But if you're using an oil-based perfume, which is the rollers, you use a carrier oil and you fill about 80% of your bottle. So this is an idea for a 10 ml perfume. As you can see there, you want 20% of the bottle to be the top note, 40 to be the heart note, and 40 base note. And then obviously you can add your carrier oil. If you're using it, if you want to use it in a spray, then you can either use some rubbing alcohol, or you can use witch hazel or vodka. And then it's much easier to spray. It's not as strong a scent, but it's different. Yeah, just like eau de parfum, really. Yeah, so whether you want a roller, a much sort of concentrated scent, or you want a more airy scent, depending on whether you use the alcohol or use the roller with just carrier oil. Any carrier oil will do, as long as it's quite scentless. So when you're mixing in your little lab at home, you can blend your scents. Keep trying, keep testing. I suppose it's like tasting food. Think, oh, that just needs a bit more citrus, or it needs a bit more warmth. Give it a test. Apply a small amount to your wrist and keep smelling. Then adjust the ratios based on how you want it. What's interesting is sometimes it doesn't smell right straight away, and it takes time to mature. Give it a couple of days, even weeks, and see how the fragrance changes over time. Sometimes the scents just need to settle. So allow the perfume to age for 1 to 2 weeks in a cool, dark place. Your scent will evolve and mature. It will become richer and more balanced. Definitely before you use it, shake the perfume gently to blend the oils before you roll it on your pulse points, or you, if you're using the spray, give it a shake, because obviously you want to mix, disperse the oils as well through that. Some ideas for perfumes. A floral citrus. So we've got vanilla, lime, bergamot, fennel. A musky unisex cologne would be sandalwood, clary sage, and lime. So you can see that top note there. A summery aroma would be sandalwood, jasmine, and eucalyptus. And a woody floral aroma, cedarwood, rose, pink pepper, and patchouli. And then you've got the floral citrus, which would be bergamot, lemon, lavender, lang lang, sandalwood, vanilla. So that's a nice all-rounder perfume there. And these are just drops. And obviously, these drops, if you think, oh, 1 drop of lime, it's not enough, add more. But just try it first and see how you can adjust it to your own smell, taste, really. That was on the slide. So hope that's give you a few ideas. I will share this as a PDF after, so you can refer to it if you are doing some perfume making. Nice to do with if you've got any young girls that like making their own perfume and using some that are on the shelf. Okay, thank you all for joining in. Thanks for all your expertise, and we'll stop recording.